Good afternoon, sir.
Is it that you have decided not to mind me or what?
Good afternoon,
Sir,
sir. Please, we can hear
sir,
you,
good
sir.
afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Is the
We
feedback
were responding in the chat.
okay? Are we waiting for the rest to join, or we should stick to the number we have now? The number I've seen on the page is not even up to 100. Do you have to carry on, or we should?
So please kindly let's wait small and see if they will join.
I should, after spending more than 30 minutes, you expect us to wait for them to join. For this one, I cannot assure you or guarantee you this. And that's why will not happen. And that is why I'm asking you whether we proceed or we should cancel this session and then move it to next week. Because I was given a time of 11:45. What's the time now? You have spent 30 minutes. Anyway, so the option is in your hands now. Whether we stick to our meeting or we nullify this meeting and then push it to next week.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, hello.
Sir, please, this is Edward.
Yeah, I did.
Sir, please, we can go on. They will join. Thank you very much.
Okay, I know quite a number of you are not expecting this session to come on like this. I know the semester constitutes a lot of things. Normally, when school resumes like this, the first week of lectures, I mean, students see it as an affront to other things. Notwithstanding that, because we meet weekly for our lectures, if you don't take advantage of the time we have, it may become something like an albatross on our neck as whether we be able to meet the target for the semester. My observation is that when we defer lectures for maybe a couple of weeks, that let's say first and second week, and then we start serious activities, let's say around the third week, you know very well that we are not going to complete the course content. So it is very important that we take advantage of the options available to us, right? Okay. So thank you all for coming. I just had a call and I just received your link to join you. So it is not like I didn't know. I on the timetable, I knew I was going to meet you around this time, but I didn't have the official Zoom link. Okay, so let me use this opportunity to wish all of you a happy new year and a successful semester. Okay. This session is the feedback okay? Is the feedback good?
Yes, sir, please.
Okay, so we are going to dedicate this session or this afternoon for us to interact, I mean, among ourselves. Even though I'll have to introduce myself, but I cannot ask you to individually introduce yourself because of the number or the volume of our students. So what you do is that I will introduce myself. Then as we have the interactive session, your expectations for the semester or what you anticipate as far as the course informatics is concerned. So we are going to make it more engaging, and I'm going to give you about 30 minutes for you to bring out your views, guided by, let's say, or you can draw lessons from last semester's, lectures, the challenges, or let's say the gains that you also meet, and how this one can also, foster us ahead of the course. Okay. So I'm Kennedy ADDO. I have a challenge with, I had network issues, especially with where I stay. So sometimes I have to find somewhere. I'm supposed to even be on campus, but where I live is not close to campus. I have to drive several miles before I get there. So it can't permit me, but it has become mandatory that when we are engaging for the first time, at least we try to not conceal our identity. So we show, our face for you to see. But the subsequent ones, when the video is dim or you don't see it, it is not the real bit, right? Sometimes where we are still learning from. But anyway, like I said, I'm Kennedy ADDO. I have been handling nursing and midwifery informatics for some years now, but I will not be specific about the number of years I've been engaged. But I also do this together with Mr. Abed ACHEGILUGU. So in my absence, he will also take you. Good. Because most of our conversation is going to be entirely online. And normal circumstances, this should be blended meetings. So when I say online blended, it means that an aspect will be, virtual like we are having, and other aspects will also be face-to-face. But students are more accustomed to the online, okay? So when they say that as you meet online for some number of weeks, then the remaining few weeks may also be before the end month. You also be used for the face-to-face, but students most of the time do not show up unless students are taking the final end of semester exams. Okay, so as I've introduced myself, this is not the first time we are handling informatics course, and I know the level of students' abilities, and therefore I always have to make sure that I'm measured to meet the expectations or the needs of our students. Okay, so the rest of the time, 30 minutes will be dedicated for the things you expect to see going forward, and then I also carry on with the course overview, and then a bit of introduction that will usher us into the very things we'll be doing for the semester. Please, is the feedback okay? Are you getting my voice? Hello?
Okay, all right. Hello, sir.
Are you getting my voice?
Yes, please, sir.
Okay. So the platform is now for you to bring out your views, what should guide all of us into the semester. You know, there's a saying that the one who is cutting the path does not know that behind him or is crooked, right? So bring out your views. Do not, feel reluctant to bring out your views. I have just opened the platform that it has to be interactive. I've never done this, even though I do that for maybe some few minutes and then move on to the substantive matter. But I want to dedicate the first session for you to bring out your views, guided by last semester's, activities. Okay, so I've seen Mr. Is it Anjimed?
Hello, sir. Good morning, sir.
Anjimed, okay. Afternoon.
Good afternoon. Sorry. Please, the name is Anjanite Odomdakwa.
Anjanite, okay.
Yes, please. Yeah.
That's nice.
So, people, I will suggest that whenever one way or the other you are not able to meet us, please you inform our class rep earlier. Maybe a time scheduled for your lectures and you are not able to make it. Please, I would suggest that you inform our class rep earlier before the time. Please, this is what I have to say.
Okay, anyway, thank you. But I hope it has nothing to do with today's meeting, right?
No, sir.
Okay.
No.
So, okay, let me also see how I can also come in with this. That's a very good, observation that we give advance notice before, we vacate our post, right?
Yes, sir.
What I can also say is that students also have the responsibility to also make sure that they get in touch with their respective lecturers to know the itinerary for the week. That is why you have representative, right? So the rep is supposed to coordinate on your behalf. At least, let's say Thursday, Friday. Thursday, you can find out whether you'll be having lectures or otherwise. So for that one, I know every lecturer who may not be able to meet you will give you notice, even though some of the notices could be late. But it also behooves on your reps to also make sure that they also do their works as rep, right?
Okay, sir.
Okay, so your point is well noted, but I'm also advising the reps to also take responsibility. Okay, good.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Welcome. Another person. Okay, so whoever's hand is up, please, you can go ahead with your submission.
All right, sir. Thank you very much. I want to also wish you a happy new year, and it's nice meeting you for the first time.
Oh, I think many returns with manifold blessings. Okay,
right.
thank you.
All right, thank you, sir. Sir, please, my input is that I want to commence with I think before you open for the discussion, the last thing you said. I think I heard you saying that as part of your course structure, there's an online part, and then there was a part where students were supposed to meet you face to face, and then usually students won't show up. So to some of us, it's the first time we are doing the health informatics course, so we may not know entirely what the course structure is about. So my humble suggestion was is to the fact that if you could take us through the course content first, and then we know the expectations and how the course structure is, then we can also make inputs as to how we can also support the agenda and then make the entire discussions a success. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, so thank you for the feedback. I was making a point that under normal circumstance, GTech rules, or per what I know, that is the main reason why you have most of your lectures online, but you do exams on face-to-face basis, right? We used to have online lectures, and then at some point in time, you go for face-to-face meetings. But I know once students get adjusted to the online environment, then getting them to campus to have face-to-face meetings with their lecturers become a bit difficult. So I'm not saying that it's blended. Under normal circumstances, that is how it should be like. It is blended because you do exams face-to-face, okay? And that is why I said it's blended, okay? Because GTech may also frown upon having entirely online engagement. And that is the reason why it is mandatory that you have your exams on campuses, right? And then the course content or the course structure. Of course, we cannot do without, exposing you to the course content or the course structure. That is going to lay firm foundation for what you'll be doing. So I'll make it available to you before you bring proceedings to an end. But I have just, because this is our first meeting, and I know this is not the first time students are having online lectures. So I want to know your expectation, the challenges, and then how we all can weather the storm and make sure that the semester become very successful. So even though you've not been exposed to the course content, we are saying that some of you are doing informatics for the first time. Okay, so the course content will be made known to you. Then it will serve as a guide for all of us. But at the moment, we just want to open the conversation to get your views and then get more connected with you. I hope, my friend, I hope you're okay.
Yes, please. I'm okay. Thank you very much. I'm okay.
So now everybody can talk. Once you are ready, let me know and then I will let you talk. I'm doing this because you will not have this kind of opportunity again when we start our serious lectures. There is no turning back and nothing will be able to skate us off the roof. And that is why I'm giving you this chance for you to have interactive session with me. And I also get to know your views and the kind of adjustment I can also make to make sure that the semester become very fruitful for all of us. I personally, I may have my own challenges, right? We are not, infallible. So I have my weaknesses, and I also know you also have your challenges as students, and that is why we are all having this kind of interaction. So let me get to know you more through the views that you bring to bear. Hello, is that all? Are your concerns okay? Hey, I'm surprised you don't have concerns. You have not done any lessons from last semester and how you want things to be shaped to make sure that you become better off than even last semester. Even though last semester, I know you come good, but we want to make it.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, please, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Please, how are you?
I'm very fine. I hope you're sorry too.
Yes, please, I'm also fine.
Good.
Please, thank you for giving us the mandate to bring out our suggestions. Please, I'm humbly asking that if it will be possible, can we get the slides before you lecture or after the lecture so that we can read ahead, since most of us are working and the time on our side is not enough, so that we can adjust.
Okay. Let's try to restrain ourselves. Okay, anyway, so thank you for the suggestion that you have given.
All right, thank you.
There is what I can also say. You know, especially because most of our engagements are entirely online, mostly online. Can you restrain the chat for us?
Please, it's not from my side, it's from the other person's side.
I hope you also have some refs here. I know this is your second semester into the, since enrollment, right? So we know the do's and the don'ts of what online engagement. Let's try as much as possible to restrain ourselves so that we can enjoy very good flow of what conversation. Right. So the refs, I don't know whether maybe some of you can act as what co-host. But anyway, so back to your suggestion. That we should give upfront lecture notes so that you keep yourself abreast with the notes before, our lectures. That's a very good point that you are making. But, students are also supposed to make sure that they widen their scope of what reading and not necessarily limited to, the slide that I'll be making it available to you. Of course, I'll provide them. Students also see this as an avenue to also skip lectures, right? Because they have access to the reading materials. If they can read and then conceptualize, the content, students may not see the need to even attend lectures. So on that note, I will also beg and suggest that we all dedicate our time to be sure that we are always present so that you can also follow proceedings very well. And once we end our lectures, the slides will be followed. Will be sent to you within a day or two. I think that should be the way forward as far as our lectures are concerned. I hope it's a good point, right? Even already, some of you, because of family commitment, work commitment, some of you may find ways and means to skip lectures. But once we didn't skip lectures, there's a way we can get to know you. But I prefer that lecture notes are made available to students after being part of our lectures. Then we make it available to you. Other than that, some of you swerve me, and you can't swerve me. My friend, are you okay?
Yes, please. I'm okay. Thank you.
Good. Can we move on? I want everybody to voice out. So that hello, I'm waiting for your views. Okay, now let me go to Ruth Ejapoma.
Good afternoon. Hello. Hello, sir. Hello. Please, can I be heard?
Hello, Ruth, you can be heard, but then just as the lecturer said earlier on, he has network challenge at his end. So I think probably this is just an evidence or something of that sort. So kindly hold on a bit. When you hear from them, probably you can go on.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Linda, kindly mute yourself. Linda, kindly mute yourself. Hello, sir. You are welcome back.
Okay.
Sir, please. We hardly hear you. I think you're a bit far from the machine itself. Hello, sir. Please, we barely hear you. Yes, please. Sir, we can't hear you.
You can't hear me at all, but I can hear you.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, hello.
Yes, sir. We can hear you, but the sound is very low.
I'm even speaking on top of my voice. But I know it will get better, okay? So in the next few minutes, let's adjust. It will be very okay. Is that okay?
Sir, this is better.
This is better, right?
Yes.
Okay. So somebody was on the floor.
Yes, please, Mr. Ruth.
Yeah, so let's revisit the conversation. What was the point?
Sir, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon.
I don't know whether my concern has already been spoken about, but it was with network issues. Most of the teachers were having complaint, or they got angry when we complained that we couldn't hear them. So I'm pleading with you that if such should happen, please consider us. And then one problem I also
can you repeat what you said? I didn't hear the beginning part of your submission, so restart and let's see.
Okay, sir, please, I was saying that I don't know whether my concern has already been spoken about,
No,
but it
not yet.
was about network issues.
Okay.
Sometimes we have network problems, and then when we complain, some of the lecturers have problem. Some complains bitterly that is coming from us, but meanwhile, most of us will be complaining that we can't hear what he or she will be teaching, and then they get angry. So I'm pleading with you that since you've given us the opportunity to voice whatever was bothering us or is bothering us, kindly take that one into consideration so that when we complain that we are having you do something about it for us.
Okay,
And
I think
then another concern was some didn't want us to ask questions. Some wanted us to finish with the whole lectures before you can go on and ask questions. And most of the times, by the time we are done, we have even exhausted the time, and then you not even get the time to ask your questions. And it was making the studies not comfortable for some of us. So I'm pleading with you, if that is your style, you can change it for us. Thank you.
okay. That is why as students, I know you have some friends who have either joined the program and completed, and others who are still on board. So it is always advised that you can seek for some guidance, and through that you'll be able to know all the lectures before, commencement of what. Our students sometimes do not pay attention to some of these things, right? So that you know how to reposition yourself very well to face the semester. Let me start with the issues of what network. Network is a major issue in our settings here. Okay. When I tell you where I'm having the meeting from, and normal circumstances, we are supposed to go to campus and then make use of the studio. But we can also go there, sit there from 7 a.m. till, let's say, 6 p.m. It may not also be easy. So in order to have some luxury of, let's say, engaging your students, you may also decide to streamline from, where you think you can get the students. Network becomes a major issue either on the part of students or coming from the lecturer's end. Where I live, Vodafone or Telecel doesn't work there. Okay, so if the school make available to lecturers, monthly, let's say, credit subscriptions or whatever it is. For the last 3 years, I have never used the school's, network. Okay. So, if you also draw conclusion that the problem is coming from the lecturer, well, maybe the network will also be, the challenge will also be coming from your end. So sometimes maybe the tone, if you are not getting the boy very well, maybe how you also say it is also very important. So we have to sometimes be a bit measured when we are not meeting targets. So I understand that there shouldn't be any form of disrespect, okay? So that is why sometimes I even prefer to call students, police. After all, what? Okay? So we are all in this together. Then let me also take you to, what this interactive session we are having is a testament to the fact that I will not, prevent you from asking your questions. For me, you can even find out from your seniors. We have been having interactive sessions all the time. So where I think I have reached, and students are supposed to come in, I will ask you to bring out your views, your questions. Then when you are satisfied with the clarification that you want to seek, then you move on from that trajectory, okay? So nobody will be prevented from asking questions, okay? I like it that way when students become more inquisitive, and that will lay firm foundation for understanding the course. So somebody may say, change your star. I don't know whether that is my star. So let's all be witnesses to the proceedings, okay? Okay, I hope I've answered you.
Yes, please, sir. I'm okay. Thank you very much.
Welcome. But that doesn't mean that if you are also going wayward, at least if you cannot even bring it to attention on the platform, you can also do that behind the scenes, or you can contact your reps and also get to know them, right? Okay, more views. Therefore, I know you are expecting you go through the course content. It is for you, right? It is for you. Some you will tell me that we can't even read. Further. Okay. Anyway, I need 3 more people to bring out their concerns, expectations, then use the remaining hour to go into the conversation proper. I'm waiting for your views. Hello. Hey, then you don't have expectations. So if I'm to ask you individually to share with me the things you expect as far as your semester is concerned, you don't have anything to say. So everything good for you. The BCBI. Okay. The man can be there. So bring up, because you don't get this chance again. The only time you will get this opportunity is when you are asking your questions, okay? Or you're supporting maybe whichever conversation that may be part of the interactive sessions.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, hello.
Thank you very much for this opportunity. This is Edward. Sir, please.
Yeah, okay.
We would want to have a very fruitful semester with you, or lectures with you. And as we all know, it is never the expectation of every lecturer that his or her students fail her paper. So we are pleading with you, or we are saying that as you do your best for us to lecture us and help us, we are also going to do our best to attend to class and also learn very well. And also, we would like, just as my colleagues have said, I would like to summarize everything. The slide sharing, we are pleading. Sometimes, some time ago, it took about 2 weeks or 3 weeks to get a slide for probably a month, or some very, very, very long time already taught courses or subjects, topics. So please, we are pleading that all that we have discussed there, if they will be considered and then it will be attended to, we will be very glad. Thank you very much, sir.
Okay, I think you have spoken well as a class rep, okay? So you have the interest of your colleagues, at that, and that is a very good thing to do. All the expressions have been taken notice of. But the onus of responsibility also lies on students. The challenge that maybe some lecturers may have in terms of sharing slides may not be that they don't have it. They have them. But I'm not defending any lecturer, right? But at some point in time, you see that they are also employed in a lot of things, and that may also prevent them from giving timely, reading materials to students. But we do our very best to make sure that as soon as lectures end. That is why it's also part of your responsibility that when we promise you that after lectures, we are going to share your reading materials. If it escapes us, the next day or two, you have to make sure that at least you get into sometimes because of a lot of commitment. For me, I'm deeply involved in a lot of things. So sometimes even within the week, some of these things, if care is not taken, also, it's not easy. It's not easy. Lecturers are doing assessment of their students. That is last semester results. They are not out yet. They are seriously, working on them because of the timeline. At the same time, we are also supervising a lot of our students, project work, coupled with what? Individual, personal commitment. But I'm not saying anything that we just want to move away from our mandate. Our core mandate is to make sure that you are the focal point, okay? So we do our very best to make sure that you come good. Now, when it comes to attendance, it is also how students will also be rated, because you cannot be skipping lectures and then with a view that you are going to do good. Class participation is very key for successful journey with me as far as the semester is concerned. You know, when the course we are doing, that is why I said that it has to be more interactive. You enjoy the course because arguably the students I met last semester and then the previous semester, I wouldn't say that they are the class that I rated them so high. I was deeply in love with their commitment, their contribution to crack these courses and everything. So I wasn't surprised that quite a number of them did very well. But I don't take any delight when the students fail my paper. No, because at the end of the day, if you ask me to reset another question for students to take it as reset, it becomes even a challenge for me. So we encourage you that if you pay attention very well to all the things that we'll be telling you, that is the way to go. You can do very well. But there's also a possibility that if you show lackadaisical attitude towards what? Your commitment towards this course, it can also be a major problem for you. Okay? But notwithstanding this, you try as much as possible to make sure that we drag you along to make sure you get the right base. Okay? Now, the questions that are set, I know students, even if I should ask you, what should be the nature or the pattern of question to expect as far as your semester is concerned? Some of you are going to say you want multiple choice questions. I may not be hesitant, right? But multiple choice questions, because of that, student may not also read. And the informatics is application-based questions. You can ask them, because all multiple choice answers may almost same, but they may also be the right answer. So please, informatics is a course you can easily get your A. So don't put all your eggs in one basket. Make sure that you broaden your scope of reading. And it is on the basis of this that you can be deservedly get your grade. Okay. The required grades expected of you. Okay. So Rep, thank you for standing in the shoes of your colleagues to give overall expectations for the semester, and I welcome that. And we are all going to foster ahead in one accord to be sure that that becomes the reality for all of you. I hope you are okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Good. I've seen one more hand here. I want to share the slides. I've seen one more hand here. So please, whoever is ready, you can go ahead with your submission.
Mr. Yeboah, please, the floor is yours.
Hello, sir. This is Michael Yeboah.
Yeah, Mickey. Okay.
Yes, sir. Sir, I'm also pleading if you can give us a prior notice before any quiz or exams, because most of us are at the world working, so that we can schedule our duties.
Okay. That is your concern. But is it that you have experienced a situation whereby quizzes or
quiz or semester end of semester.
Okay,
Yes, please.
unannounced. Have you experienced something like that?
Hello, sir. Yeah,
Have you
maybe
experienced a situation whereby quizzes, mid-semester exams came to you unannounced?
not always, but we have gotten some before. And then we spoke with the lecturer, and then she rescheduled it for us. So I'm waiting if
Okay,
certain will not be repeated.
so I think what you are saying is because you also have academic calendar. You also have academic calendar, so you also know when we are going to have our mid-semester. So it should be routine part of your planning process. Okay.
Sure.
But most of the time, what I've noticed is that students do not give attention to the academic calendar. They don't even, pay more attention to their timetable. All that they know is that they are coming for lectures. So the timelines are made to be sure that students are also committed to ensuring that the semester becomes very fruitful for all of them. Right. So I'll do my very best to make sure that students are giving advance notice before quizzes, mid-semester exams, and then others are also, brought to bear. I hope that is well made.
Yes,
Okay.
Please.
Yeah, because I don't see
And then
the reason.
the second,
I don't see how you want students to pass when students don't know their way out. I think that should not be entertained, but we do our very best. The second part is what?
The second part is if you can paste the results after a quiz or a mid-semester before we enter into our end of semester.
Okay, so I think on that note, students always want to see their results so that if they are making very good improvement, they stay tuned and then make sure that they continue on that path. But one thing I've also noticed is that, especially when it comes to the mid-semester exams, you set questions online. Then, students have just one attempt to answer the question. So after exiting, you can take second attempt. But when students see their results straight away, that it didn't go in their favor, the students will write lengthy complaints that these are the challenges they face, and that is the reason why they couldn't perform in the exams. Or some students will see that the moment they log in, the network threw them off. You go and then you match their complaints together with the time they spent on the exercise. It could be far from the truth. So sometimes we defer feedback that students do not see immediate results because of what? Several complaints that may come to our attention. So normally what we do is that after the mid-semester exams, I will just let you know that if all of you appreciate the fact that it has to be shared on your platform, if I have the permission to do so, I will do that. But sometimes students complain that it's like they don't want their results to be seen together. They don't want their results to be seen on the platform as everybody will have access to them. But who is watching you? That is your performance. So what I do is that maybe you prefer the index numbers and then the score. So I'll take out your names and then maintain your index number and then your score. And I'll make it available to you. That is, if that is what you want, I'll do that for you. You get it?
Yes, sir. Very much appreciate.
Yeah. What about we do? Because you are doing everything for you. So it is not in our interest, but in your interest. So if you come together and you say, this is how you want the things to be done, why not? If it is not beyond my control, then we see what we can do. Okay, so let's use the remaining period to go through the course outline. Are you saying? Yeah, hello.
Yeah, please, sir. My question is, can you humbly let us know after the end of semester exams? Can you let us know the correct answers from the wrong answers? Because from our previous semester exams, we don't know the right from our wrongs. So that after each exam, we will know that this one is the correct answer, so that we will be confident in choosing, in doing it next time. If it will be possible.
I think that's a very good observation. For me, I know very well that revision is very important. So after mid semester, the students will have time for us to review their questioning together. That will be very good because it will fetch you very well. Because there could be repetition of both some of your questions in the exams. So I think it's a very good point. But because we meet on weekly basis, sometimes lecturers may have about 4 or 5 more topics to go before the semester comes to an end. So if you look at the number of times left for you to meet students, and then going to dedicate a whole period for students to review their mid-semester questions, sometimes it becomes a bit difficult. So what I would advise you is that is why we are starting this journey early. So right after mid-semester, if all of you come to consensus that you should review the mid-semester results, then I will have that time to review that with you. Sometimes I tell students to remind me, but okay, anyway, so I think going forward, we take a look at that, right?
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Welcome. So let's look at the course proper. So we are doing nursing informatics. I know quite a number of you are doing the informatics for the first time, and others have also been introduced to the concept of what? Nursing informatics. So whether it is new to you or something you are already exposed to, you are all going to go together, okay? Now, the course code, if it doesn't change, it is going to be NURS 322. That will be the course code. Then I'm Kennedy ADDO. I've been handling the course over the years, but I also have my brother who also joined along the way or at any given time. He is also Mr. Albert ACHEGILUGU. Okay, so you can also contact me officially. The email address is kenado90@gcuc.edu.gh. That is the official school email address. Okay. Then these are my personal email addresses. That is kenado90@yahoo.com, kenado58@gmail.com. And personally, if I'm not going to use the virtual platform for your assignment, I also have a dedicated email address where students submit all their assignments. It is different from my personal email address. But for the school to be able to track the number of times we meet you or the kind of engagement you have on the platform, it is also advised that assignment, quizzes, and everything are done on the virtual platform. Okay. Now, the course description. There has been a new curriculum, but it doesn't really affect, what you have here, except maybe 1 or 2 things, but they are already part of this one. So, as we are reviewing this together, those new changes, I'll let you know them. Now, in as much as I'll make the reading materials available to you, you need to broaden your scope of reading. There are so many books that can be of help to all of you. So I'll also make that available to you, and then you can also go online. These days, nobody is banished from the internet. You can go there, and then you access a number of authors who have contributed to the discourses in nursing informatics. The purpose of this course is to provide students with basic understanding of what. Now, let me put this one somewhere, and then invite you into the conversation first. Before you join the course, who is disturbing us? Can the person restrain or herself. Before you join the course today, did you have in mind what you mean by nursing informatics? What is your view of nursing informatics, or what have you been told about nursing informatics? Then we situate that in proper context. Right? What have you been told about the course nursing informatics? The views you expressed were all devoid of what? The definition of what? Nursing informatics, right? So let me test you some more to see.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get your views on that. Let's get your views. Nursing, those of you who have done nursing informatics already, even though I know a lot of weaknesses at the diploma level, since most of the lecturers who are teaching you, I wouldn't say they have not taken specialty courses in informatics, but I know the loopholes or the challenges, right? So, but whatever you learned, at least you can bring it to our attention here, so that we are to some extent informed. Yeah, Beatrice.
Yes, sir.
Can we hear from you?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Hello.
Yeah, B, I can hear you.
Yes, please. From what I know, is using technology and information system to support nurses in providing safe, efficient, and high-quality patient care.
Okay. So the key word here is what? Quality
Technology.
care.
Yes, please.
Yeah, the major keyword, the overall outcome of what? The deployment of data-driven tools or technology is to provide quality care, right? So
Yes,
you are
please.
looking at using technology, information structures to support effective quality care delivery. And that is a very supported word. I mean, definition. It's a very good point. Okay, can we take it from someone else? The use of information technology to support nurses in providing safe, efficient, and high quality care. Everything is just about efficient, effective, and quality care. So if you want to look at how we measure usability of what health informatics applications, then the quality components may be inclusive of what efficiency, the speed within which an individual takes to complete what a task. And then you also look at how effective the technology or the data-driven tools are. And then once you put together efficiency, effectiveness, and satisfaction, it will lead to what? Quality care. So that is a very good point. Can we get it from someone else? Okay, I think it's all okay. So let's see how we can get this picture. The core reason for nursing informatics is to provide students with basic understanding of what health or medical informatics and its application in nursing practice, especially looking at the local settings or context. As part of the distribution of the course, students are introduced to the definition of what data, information, and knowledge, as well as what defines a system and a model. It also places, I think when it comes to data, information, and the knowledge, it is the major pillars of nursing communication, okay? Nurses cannot communicate or cannot exchange information without data, information, and their knowledge. So we are going to look at that, and then we also look at what defines a system and a model. A model is very important to shape the conversation of nursing informatics. So we are going to look at what constitutes a model. It also places a lot of emphasis on the use of electronic patient record systems for the definition and the implementation of nursing process. So we are looking at electronic health records, which has become the current system for managing patient records or patient health information. The current system for nurses in their quest to better organize or manage their own information system. So that is essentially electronic health records, right? Then we also see how we can further deepen our understanding of electronic health records to affect our nursing process. Whatever decision you make is interface with computerization. So we are going to look at what? The relationship or the linkage between nursing process and electronic health records, okay? Then a central focus may also be issues relating to standard, taxonomy, privacy, and then confidentiality. You know, standard is very key here in the sense that per the modes of knowledge impartation, it may differ from one institution to another, even though we are guided by the same course content or curriculum, right? So the uniformity of what the curriculum that you have should guide all nurses so that we don't deviate from what the norm. And that is what standard call for uniformity across what board. And that is the reason why you have for electronic health records, which I think provides that kind of uniformity. Then we also look at taxonomies. We are looking at what nursing languages that are available and how we can also classify these kind of languages in terms of nursing diagnosis, among others. We also be looking at that. Then privacy, confidentiality, security, and then ethical use of patient information. Now, because we have transferred patient manual information to affect automated systems or computerization, it is also very important that we are mindful of how patient safety or how patient privacy, confidential information will be protected or safeguarded. So we look at those kind of issues. Then we will also be looking at the needed relevant legislation. So we're also going to look at the legislative instrument that should guide nurses in their use or usage of these modern digital platforms or systems. We're also going to look at that. Then the course objective. By the end of this course, students should be able to, first of all, discuss informatics used in nursing practice. So we are going to look at informatics that is used in nursing practice. Then we also describe the historical viewpoints of today's health and nursing informatics. What are the historical antecedents or perspective of nursing informatics? It is also very important that we are where we are today because of what some pioneering role played by some individuals some time back. So we have to revisit history to know the rationale behind what we are doing today. Then I've spoken highly about the electronic health records and its intersection with, nursing process, okay? So we are going to review nursing diagnosis and then other phases of nursing process and how they shape, how electronic health records shape these processes. Then we also want to investigate solutions in information technology by using web and other research tools. So we are also going to look at the other relevant research tools that serve as well database repository for nurses to, use that as support system and they try to navigate their way through online, get relevant evidence-based information to support decision making. We're also going to be looking at that. Then I've spoken about taxonomies, right? Then we will look at working vocabulary of information technology terms. These are the everyday vocabulary term that we may see in information technology. So this is not something we are going to review together, because if you look at key terms or key languages in IT, they are a lot. Okay, so I think when they get there, you look at it. Then contemporary issues of nursing informatics in Ghana here. When we talk about the contemporary, we are making reference to the modern challenges that we see nurses from their core mandate, the challenges that you encounter or that are affront to your daily routines. We are going to look at them holistically, right? Then, as part of this one, like I was just talking about the new curriculum, the course content here, the course content you see here is a replica of the preceding slide, okay? Course objective is the same as well. The course content. So I'm not going to repeat the things I've already said, but I was just making a point that with the current curriculum or the few changes they have made, even though what I've introduced to you, you don't see it, but I've been teaching that over the years. You look at telehealth. Telehealth has now been introduced as part of your course content. I've been teaching telenursing, telemedicine. So the telenursing, telemedicine are seen as components of telehealth. When I see that, the telehealth is the bigger picture. Then telemedicine, telenursing, teledentistry, telerobotics, all of them are subsets of telehealth. So if you're looking at that. And then they also say that we should introduce you to the benefits of what? Artificial intelligence. The benefits of artificial intelligence, I think they want us to know the relevance of what? Artificial intelligence. So you get to know the benefits, but not go into the proper deployment of what? This AI tools, but we get to know the benefits. Okay, anyway. Myself,
please.
Myself, I'm deeply involved in AI. So when it comes to adding AI to your course content, it is not a major concern. Okay. Now let's look at the grading system. How are students going to be rated? There are so many ways students are assessed. So it is not just limited to doing well in the exams. It is not only limited to the performance in your. It is not just limited to the performance in the mid semester or the main exams. So these are earmarked for both continuous assessment and mid semester, end of semester exams. In all, we assess you by 100%, 30% for CA, and then 70% for end of semester examination. Now, the continuous assessment may constitute your assignment, your quizzes, class presentations, review of concept papers, taking active involvement in all class discourses. These are the ratings for the continuous assessment. Mid semester is also part. Then the end of semester examination. Normally, if you are going to rely on multiple choice questions, then you will have about 120 multiple choice questions, okay? But that is not confirmed yet. But that is, I'm just giving you a cue from the grading. So what you have as, let's say, 120 questions, then we will see that as your raw score. Then we convert the 120 questions to 70%, and then we add the 30%. That will form part of your end of your semester grade. Okay. So let me just pause here, then take one or two views from you about the course content. What do you make of the course content? Then I will introduce you to the course. You will finish very soon because today is our first meeting. So I've introduced you the course overview or the course description. What do you make of this introduction? Hello. Please, are you with me? Are you following proceedings?
Yes, sir. Please, we are here.
Yeah, I'm down with the description of the course. What do you make of that? Your views on that before, or you don't have anything to say?
Mommy.
Sir, please, Mr. Francis Tete has something to say.
Okay, my friend. Sorry, let's go. Francis.
Good afternoon, sir. Thanks for the opportunity. So
Welcome.
after the introduction to the course, I think it's going to help us in rendering proper care to our client, because gone are the days we were using papers for keeping information, and sometimes you don't have access to it. But with the introduction of nursing informatics, you always have access to the information of a client. And I think after the course, it's going to help us in our day-to-day activity at the work. Thank you, sir.
Okay, so that's a very good observation. I think the reality is that technology is changing the way we do our things, and nurses are not left out of this tremendous drive that is, causing evolution in our health sector. So it is very important that we see how we can deepen our understanding of the deployment of technology, especially in real world, scenarios. So we see how best we can narrow it to a level of understanding. But somebody may also ask of the practical nature or aspect of the informatics. For that one, I must say that some of you are working in the health centers who may not have access to electronic health records. So making this practical, sometimes even that is the way to go. But the problem here is that we cannot teach this one, at least we cannot have access to electronic health record software because it is not for commercial use. It is institutional-based software. So you cannot say that you want to go to Asia Hospital or Kompanoche for them to give you the software to teach students. So the practical aspect of this conversation will be that you are faced with the reality on the grounds. You are working with some of these tools, okay? So as part of the teaching, it is going to be made more practical, okay? So based on your experiences, then we all share that. And then we see how best we can also get the interfaces of these tools that you are working with, so that will form basis of the practical aspect. I hope you are getting the point I'm making. Please, are you getting it? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Except that maybe you invite me into your world, of which I know that you are already exposed to these computers that you have in your various world. So the practicals are already with you. So we just have to appreciate and see how best we can further deepen our understanding of what is the reality we are already facing in our various facilities. I hope that is okay. Okay, so let me get back to you with your views. Is there anything I said that because most of the time students ask of the practical aspect of what? The informatics. But in normal circumstance, if you go to UHAS, for instance, they do nursing informatics at level 400. Okay. Because they do computer science or computing nursing at either
But yes,
level
I upgrade
100.
the tron. Now, for class, machine. Oh, yes,
Please, can you
I
restrain
can do
yourself?
first one. Go. Let me to know now. I don't know one woman to start. Go on.
What's if you work on? Anyway, you see, online education is not an easy thing. It's not for the weak. That is why sometimes I think the time will catch up with you very soon. When you are doing, let's say, online program, elsewhere, and then looking at the nature of the course, you have to find a certain environment where you may not be distracted, because you can't do this.
I remember 1%.
But here we see everything as normal. It is not normal. So please, we are all conscious of ourselves.
But first, just sit there.
You should get in on the action.
Hello. Let's get to a. Is that okay with the code description? Are you all okay?
Hello, sir.
Okay. My friend,
Hello,
you
sir.
can go ahead. Yeah, Ima.
All right. All right, sir. Thank you very much. My take on what you just said is I see the informatics course to be interesting, especially with the new trend of nursing, the digital form of nursing and healthcare that we are practicing. You spoke of the legal aspect of it, which I'm so much happy about, because most facilities are now using the electronic health systems. Some are using LEMS, MedLink, a lot of them. But unfortunately, the legal aspect of it, legislation aspect of it, we are not aware of. So there's a part that personally I'll be taking so much key interest in, and I believe my colleagues will also do that. But since we are talking of IT, I think with the what is happening on the Zoom, we've had those challenges before. But my little input is that to my colleagues, please, let's go on the Zoom app on our phones. There's a part that we can activate that automatically puts the camera and the audio off automatically when we are going to rejoin, so that it will help us minimize the noise on the Zoom app. Please, when you go on the Zoom setting, there's a setting that automatically you turn it off, so that if your network goes and comes and you're coming on board, you automatically be logged off, so that you don't make so. All right, thank you very much.
Okay, good. So Ima, thank you very much for the feedback. When we talk about the Zoom meetings, students are giving orientation about the do's and the don'ts of what. Sometimes I know that is why sometimes I don't want to be too hard on students. Sometimes we can easily.
Madam Gifty, please mute yourself. Hey.
But you know very well that once where you face distractions, because you cannot have face-to-face encounters and then somebody is distracting you. So if you know where you are faced with distractions, you have to move away from there. Like I had a challenge, from where I'm living, I had to move in somewhere, maybe I think I won't face distractions of network among others. So I think we can also take you from that. Then the legal aspect of what? Nursing informatics. You see, the major problem is that when students are pushed to go and work in some facilities, the most important relevant thing workers are supposed to demand or ask for, they don't do that. Somebody has introduced you to computers to work with. Now you know the pros and the cons of these digital systems. So the owner of responsibility lies on you to be sure that become inquisitive by asking your management whether they have a legal document that support the utilization of what computers in so let's be asking them whether they have that.
Miss Henrietta, please mute yourself.
So we don't go the extra mile to demand of our management whether they have such documents to support us. So I think we should be looking at that. Okay. So I think going forward, I'm hoping that by the end of this journey with me, you really appreciate the course informatics. Okay. I saw one more hand. Okay. So if in the absence of further information, I think I can go straight to the introduction to nursing and midwifery informatics. Now, when I talk about the introduction, let me situate you into the background to the study. Just as Ima was just saying that for over some time now, we were more, or some years back, we were used to the paper-based system or the traditional power-based system. And per report from Ghana Health Service, most report from the communities, the sub-district level, even the district level and other places were unreported. Okay, so it affected budgetary allocation of what health resources to quite a number of what communities. And then it was also more fragmented. That information looked what redundant or uncoordinated. So we are unable to make a well-informed decision. And that is what fueled the need to see how we can use what digital system to address the laborious nature of what paper-based system. Now, with the paper-based system, the safety of our patient to some extent is research, because there are some patients, when they even say that you are going to rely on this computer, they think that you are using machine to work, attend to their needs. And therefore, they will have every confidence or trust in the services that you provide them. So nursing informatics is a powerful tool that showcases how nursing positively impact healthcare outcomes. Now, nursing informatics, I've already given a hint about this one. It is a distinct specialty that integrates nursing science with information and analytical sciences. Now, let me debunk, this claim by nurses that when you talk about informatics, it is just about IT. If informatics is about IT, then you get an IT person or computer person to be teaching you this. Please, are you getting it? Because if you come to the world of technology or innovations, you will see that we have for information systems. You will see that we have for computer systems. We have for IT systems, computer engineering, software engineering. And now, AI has also been detached from what? Computer science, even though it is computer science itself, but it has now become a major specialty, a distinct specialty. So all of them are essential part of what? The evolution we are witnessing in our various places of work. Now, managing and using health information, including data collected by and for nurses. Data collection is very important in nursing. So the focus of informatics is also about data management or information management. How best we are able to manage nursing information is very, very central to the conversation. Now, data about nursing activities and resources. The activities nurses embark on and the resources they also rely on to execute their tasks are also very important for this kind of conversation. The purpose is to support nurses, patients, healthcare teams, and stakeholders in decision-making across all rules and settings. The goal is to achieve better outcomes by effectively analyzing data, information, knowledge, and wisdom in nursing practice. Essentially, let me repeat what I have said. To achieve better outcomes by effectively utilizing data, information, knowledge, and wisdom in nursing practice. That is going to be the goal for the course. Now, what do you see here? The picture you are seeing here is a Venn diagram. Surrounded by the Venn diagram is nursing science, computer science, and information science. These are the underpinnings for nursing informatics, or these are what defines or embodies, nursing informatics. So if you have not heard anything or learned anything, all that you can say, if I'm to mark you 5/5, if you define nursing informatics as an integration of nursing science, computer science, and information science, you will have 2.5 mark/5. Please, are you following the conversation?
So I
Are
can't
you
make
following the
a
conversation?
Yes, sir.
Good. Okay, so let me pause here and then take maybe a view from Salia. Salia, I've seen your hand up. So
please, the screen is not showing. That's how I was trying to alert you.
Which is not showing?
Your screen.
The screen is not showing.
Yes, please.
Since when did you notice this?
It was not showing, but when you were talking about the Venn diagram, that's where I get to realize that we are showing a screen, but it's not
Then
showing.
you didn't pay attention to it because I've shared this long time. And
no,
I think
it was there, but
okay. Maybe network issue. Okay. So thank you for bringing my attention to this.
You're welcome, sir.
So let's get the course like this. So when somebody say that we are doing IT, then sometimes I become a bit I wouldn't say maybe it become difficult for me to accept this viewpoint, because per what you are seeing here, nursing science is the foundational knowledge. Okay, then we see how best we can manage what nursing information through the deployment of what technology, and that is what the computer science. Please, are you getting it? The computers are seen as what tools or enablers to make the roles of what nurses visible. Okay, I saw one hand here. Please bring back your hand and then let's get your view. I saw one hand. Please bring out. Okay.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, please, humbly,
Okay.
our time is due for this lecture. Please,
okay.
If you would wrap up for us so that we can take rest for the next course. Thank you very much, sir.
We are ending at 1:45, right?
Yes, please, sir.
Okay. So I think it's good that my attention has been drawn to this. So let's be guided by this one. And next week, we are going to continue where we are ending today. So let's take notice of where we are. Do you have any further question to ask before we draw curtains on today's meeting? Is there anything I have to know? Eddie, now the reps, let me see you. Introduce yourself. I've seen Eddie. He got in touch with me before commencement of lectures. So who are the other reps?
Hello, sir. Please, we are three. Myself, Veronica, and Gregory. He had an emergency. He just called me that he had now been sorted out, so he wants to join the class. But I told him we are done for the day.
Okay, so that's fine.
Sure,
okay,
sir.
so we are ending. We are ending our meeting for today. I think the introduction has been very fruitful, and let's continue on this path in our subsequent meetings. I wish you so well in your other meetings. Okay, enjoy the rest of your day. Bye bye.